What's up, guys? David Mailer here, Man on Fire mentor, coming back from my morning walk, and I want to talk to you about something that men share with me that they struggle with, and that is being stuck in your head. Now, if you grew up in the 70s or the 60s, you certainly know who Spock was from Star Trek. He was the guy that did this with his hand, and he was logical, he was practical, he was overly analytical. And this is good to have logic because in life we have to make decisions and sometimes we have to weigh out the pros, we have to weigh out the cons. But there's also this beautiful vessel that we call the heart. And the number one reason that a relationship will end, or at least a relationship will struggle, is when your partner can no longer feel you here and she feels like you're always here. Because quite often when we're stuck in our heads, they can't feel our empathy, they can't feel our compassion. And what ends up happening is we do a lot of steamrolling and we walk over them because we're trying to solve the problem, we're trying to fix it. And as you know, a woman doesn't want the problem solved or fixed. She wants you to be able to hold emotional space for her to just air what's coming up for her so she can get to the emotions. So one of the reasons that a lot of us, or at least I could say for myself, got stuck in my head in my 20s and in my 30s had a lot to do with my upbringing, and it wasn't safe for me to fully feel all of my emotions, right? I used to see my dad being physically abusive towards my mom, then my dad moved out when I was 13, so that's a lot of emotions for a young boy to take on. And there comes a point where most of us will sign on and say, you know what, I don't want to feel this anymore. Now, this isn't necessarily conscious for you. For some people it is. I remember when my kid brother literally said, I don't want to do this anymore, I can't feel this anymore, it's too painful. And it was from that day forward that he literally put on 150 pounds. It was his way of creating an armoring or defense mechanism to say it's no longer safe for me to feel these emotions. So one of the reasons that we're really stuck in our heads is because it didn't really become safe anymore to be in our body and to feel our emotions. So what's one of the antidotes is to find some sort of a support group, whether it's a brotherhood, whether it's therapy, whether it's taking up some sort of physical activity that's going to give you permission to dive in and dig up all those emotions that you stuffed down, and give you permission to make a sound and to give voice to all the energy that you pushed down that in real time you didn't necessarily have the safety to fully be with. Something that you could do that's so simple is you can just catch yourself at times where you're being overly analytical and you know that there's an emotion there. And my suggestion would be to just pause. Like for a moment, don't talk and just feel, are you aware of the emotion that's underneath, the undercurrent, where you're trying to talk to bypass the emotion. And if you can get present to what that emotion is, let's say for example, it's frustration or anger, you could do something as simple as, just make a quick sound. And that will be a discharging of the energy, a discharging of the emotion. It will create more freedom, more breath. It will take you out of your head and it will take you more into your heart. What's another thing you could do? You could take your hands, place it on your heart, and start to breathe into your heart, in the nose and out the mouth, and just really having gratitude for this beautiful vessel and inviting yourself to start feeling again. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I know the pain of what it's like to be stuck in your head and to be disconnected from your heart. I can say that in our Man on Fire Brotherhood, we have tools and we have strategies and we have processes where we're helping men all the time start to strip away that armor, take down the walls, take down the concrete that's been surrounding the heart, and teach you guys how to get back into here and out of here. All right, guys, it's your Man on Fire mentor, David Mailer, saying have a great day.